The word failure for me is a heavy word. Just it feels like there's a weight when you speak and say failure. And I think that's because we have melded and we confuse the two types of failures. The first one being just simple attempting failure, where you're practicing something but you can't quite get it right. You keep messing up. You keep, failing to hit the mark. And the other type of failure, which is world breaking. Failure to be the parent you should, failure to be the partner, the husband or wife you are supposed to be, failure to show up for your job and you lose it, and then you lose all the things you have built. Failure to take care of your animals, animal cruelty, animal neglect. Those are serious failures. Those are things to be terrified of, and strive to be as far away from that as you possibly can. But that is not, those are what make failure so heavy. And we correlate the two way too often. When you are just trying something, when you are going, you've been on your pace of life for so long, you have left some hobbies in the background, and they have died off. Or your pace of life has left you unable to do things you are interested in, but now you have a little time to try those things out. And you go to do those things, but you keep messing up. You're not doing as good as you think you should be doing. I think that is there's a lot of reasons I think this stems from. I think from ridicule early on, embarrassment, and I think the biggest one later in life is just not meeting your own egotistical standard. I think when we fail at something new, it stresses your brain out, and that's good because you're learning. And when you stop failing in that manner, you stop attempting new things, your brain no longer knows how to deal with that stress. So you get overwhelmed, and it's just easier to give up than do the thing you're interested in. Like for me, a good example is drawing. Drawing is very, very hard for me. I can't seem to get the lines as straight as I want. So I can't shade as well as I'd like, and just shape design in general and forming a well-drawn picture it's a difficult task. So our brains aren't used to dealing with that. It messes our homeostasis completely out of whack. And that's where as you stop and you give up, is what I'm trying to get at. As you continue to give up, because it is difficult and your brain is ringing all the bells, stop, you shrink down. You keep shrinking. You're less capable to deal with the stress later on. You keep shrinking your own person. You become a box that just fits in. That's a big reason I think a lot of us feel this weight of, like, what do I do? Well, we don't try anything. Like, we're not just attempting stuff anymore. I mean, in childhood, just to learn math, you had to fail again and again and again just to learn addition, learn English, learn everything we know. You had to mess it up at first. I think for us, it's easier to grasp how not to do something than it is to do something correct, because you haven't done it before. You can imagine it all you'd like, but until you've messed it up and feel how that is wrong, then you don't learn and you keep that bad behavior. I mean, riding a bike, it's, yes, we have our training wheels, the ones of us that had training wheels. Running is a better example. Running, you weren't concerned about one foot in front of the other. You just kept trying to put one foot in front of the other. You kept falling, but you kept getting back up. I mean, I think, again, to the egotistical part, we don't want to change our habits because that's inherently admitting we aren't as good as we think we are. It's a voice of, no, that's not right. Like, that can't be right. You can't be messing this up. You're that guy or that girl, that teenager. It doesn't really matter. But the more we continue to stay within that ego bubble, the more we stick in our comfortable with the old selves, our old selves that are saying, hey, like, knock it off. Like, we gave it a shot. It's not gonna work out. You have to get to the point where you're hearing your better self, the one that is gonna continue to persist and try again and again and again. That's the voice that needs to be louder, because the more you are trying things, the more you find out what you don't like. You become a better person because you know what you're capable of. You know your likes and dislikes fluently. It's not just a bandwagoning. It's not what the flock wants. It's, what do I want? Who do I want to be? And I think the longer we fail to, you see what I'm doing? The longer we fail to act, I think that's the one true failure. In this instance, is the lack of trying. Yes, like the serious ones I mentioned earlier, those also are true failures. But this I think is important to start incorporating into your life, your daily routine. Think, fail at something, try something new, try something that would make you proud. Try to do something that make you proud. And if you fail at that, you know what you do? You try again, because you realize that one didn't work. Okay, you knocked one box off you checked off one of the boxes. We have so limited time to fail, keep failing. Never stop failing. I wish we could turn the weight of this word into light. We need to, people that are trying and failing, it's the key to success. They really do understand what works and doesn't work because they've done it for so long. Like, it's not just, oh, they got lucky. No, they just kept doing it. They just kept going. They didn't let the weight of failure hold them down. It didn't shackle and paralyze them. We were so caught up in our comfortability that we won't even try a new hobby. We won't try anything new. We're good at failing to fail. That's for sure. And I personally am sick of myself being in the same spot. That's why I'm trying all these new things, getting out of my shell. Because I don't want to just talk a talk. I want to provide an example. I have a son and a wife who I need to show that it is possible. You can do what you set your mind to. It's just, you're going to fail. It is inevitable, and you're going to fail about every step of the way. That's something we have to accept. And, you got to learn how to regulate the stress. Okay? keep trying. Keep making. It's not making. Keep learning from attempts. Failure is not a bad thing unless it ruins others' lives. A failure is just an attempt at learning. Do not be ashamed to try the things you want to try, or you fail yourself. That's all. I love you all. And again, every time, Jesus loves you.